Hello, JoJeff551, and I got a half day today because work is a little slow. So anyway, I'm here to look to see if any new games for the Nintendo 3DS came out. It's been out for 2 months, the system, and you think they'd have some new games out. Apparently not. So we're going to test that theory today. We are here at Talget, here in Leominster. And oddly enough, look at this parking lot. It's full of cars. And it's only... I know one of these buttons turns it on. There we go. It's not even noon. Does anyone have a job? Well, let's go inside and see what they have. Well, this is all I could find. Initially, the Bust-A-Move, soccer, and the Samurai Wars. But here's the other that I found just a little after. It's the exact same library that was available only 2 months ago. And what's with all these freaking Nintendogs? Come on. You know, not everybody is 3 years old. Although there is one new game, and that's just about all I've found. I have no effing clue what it is, though. Guess we gotta see what Best Buy has. Alrighty, we found absolutely no change except for that one game in Talget. So we're gonna go across the street, well, I already did, and see what Best Buy has to offer. And again, I want to note the parking lot. Does anyone have a job? Anyway, let's go in and see what they have. Alright, here's the 3DS setup for Best Buy. But where are the games? Not near it. They're right here. Let's take a look at what we got. Same old crap, same old crap, same old crap. Dream Trigger again. That seems to be the only new one. Really? I mean, come on, guys. I'm not really interested in that type of game, but that's, I think, is a new one. My finger's on the mic again. Yeah, I think this one's a new release. But come on, Nintendo. It's been 2 months, and there's only 2 new games. And on top of that, they're mostly remakes of what was already available for the regular Nintendo DS, just ported over so you can watch it in 3D. Alrighty, I got 2 issues with the Nintendo 3DS. 1, they release games so slow, I'm already bored with it. And by the way, I'm not what you call a hardcore gamer. I am a casual gamer. If the weather sucks and I can't power walk during work on breaks, or when I go to the laundromat or I'm bored, that's when I break out my 3DS. Sometimes when I'm at home and that happens, I got the Wii and the Xbox 360. Second thing is, the games that Nintendo is putting out, have you noticed that they're very lazy in production? They're just pretty much recycling old Nintendo 64 or Nintendo DS games and slapping on a 3D logo, calling it new. This is really poor, Nintendo. You really need to start, 1, upping the production of new games, and 2, actually releasing new games. I think the last new game they ever made was, hold on here, was Super Mario Bros. Wii. It's actually a brand new game when they made this. It's not a rehash of something else, which they're so famous for doing. Alright, let's take a look at the games they have available. Oh wow, the the autofocus decided to work this time. This is a second take. Of course we see we got Nintendogs up the wazoo, because we got one there, and we got two right there. And I believe that is a rehash of the DS version. That one's new. I actually have that one. Alrighty, scroll up and we'll see Steel Dive. Pilotwings Resort. All they did was take Wii Fit, add a few features to Wii Fit Island, call it Woohoo, and that's pretty much a game right there. Talk about total laziness. I mean, it was fun to play though, but I'm already bored with it. Alrighty, SpongeBob SquarePants. I believe that might be another DS game slapped together just to play it in 3D. I'm not 100% sure on that. Dream Trigger. I tried to find out what that is, but there's the Learn More button. I could figure that out a little later. Now to scroll up a little more. Get some anime-based game there. I mean, a lot of these I don't follow. From what I understand, this game is yet again just another DS or N64 title released for the 3DS, just so you can play it in 3D. Not sure about The Legend of Zelda. You can correct me if I'm wrong on any of these, but I know for a fact a lot of their releases are nothing more than just DS or N64 games being re-released, like Paper Mario, which will not be on this list. That's going to be the quote-unquote new Mario game, which is rather sick. Alrighty. So, Nintendo, you gotta really step things up, and you gotta stop being lazy and actually make a new game. I'm getting very bored with that. I hate buying a game, finding out it's just something that was released for a previous system, and on occasion something that I already had. I don't like that. It's time to step things up, Nintendo. I'm serious. 29 games. Alright, now autofocus ain't working. That's why this dollar bill is here. Because it'll force the thing to work. Usually. There we go, kinda. You gotta do better than this, Nintendo. I believe that is just a rehash. This is definitely a rehash. That game's already existed. Star Wars 3, I believe that's a rehash. And Splinter Cell and Ghost Recon, I believe, are rehashes as well. And yet another Animal 3D game, but probably more fun for the kids. And before I go, I gotta say one thing to Nintendo. I am glad you finally realized that us Generation X people made you what you are. If it wasn't for us, you probably would have fell to the Atari 2600, believe it or not. Or the 7800, which came out around the time of your 8-bit system. So, you gotta speed it up, and remember, there's us 30, 40s, and even 50-somethings that made you that want better games. That's all I have to say. This is really pathetic. You gotta step it up, Nintendo. This is George F551 saying, thanks for listening.